A few moments later.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Mia, and if you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're not new, hello, welcome back. If you can't already tell, I've changed my hair, but we'll get to that in a minute. I just want to fill you guys in on what I've been up to and where I've been for the past 4 weeks, or maybe more. I just know it's been about 4 weeks since my last video. I think. Anyways, I am basically in the UK. It is exam season. I don't know if it's the same for every place in the world, but right now in the UK we're doing exams, and I've been revising, going to college, preparing, and crying, and like a heap ton of stress. But aside from all that, the first exam was a scenario where I had to be a professional. It was a nurse assistant, and I basically had to give my input on the client and the scenario and prove my point, blah blah blah. And this was kind of different sections, so like point A, or you do all of that, B is incorporated with A, and you've got to bring it into the next one, kind of write more, and then you've got to do the same for the others. And then the next 4 was roleplay. So I had to act out scenarios, and it kind of humbled me because I want to be an actor at some point in the future. You know, I wanted to dabble into being a Hollywood actress, but college heavily humbled me when it came to acting. And I don't know if it was just because I'm in college and I have to pretend that my teacher is having a cardiac arrest, and I have to pretend to care about it. I don't know. But basically, the first one, I sat there, read the script, looked at my teacher and said, I don't know what I'm doing. And I literally nearly cried. I could feel it. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna stand up and walk away and tell them no. But I didn't. I sat there, I just started asking questions, I started talking, writing stuff down, and then I just left. Because you've got to walk out. So the camera's set up, it's recording the scenario, and once you're done, you have to walk out like this. You can see me in the mirror. But I had to walk out of the frame of the camera, and then the recording would stop. There was 4 of those, so I hated my life. The first 2 were pretty awful, really, but the second 2 I got a bit more comfortable and I did them really well. The CPR one, I had to walk in, so I knocked on the little tray, pretended it was a door, and my 2 teachers were sat there and they were pretending to be a married couple, and one of them stood up and just like, she had to pass out, and I had to pretend like, oh, are you okay? Like, oh my god, can you hear me? And I was like, I think I did laugh. Anyway, I nearly laughed through all of them, and it was weird. But anyway, she came out of the scene, gave me the CPR doll, and that day I had a really bad headache, and I have a very sensitive neck, so it sits kind of like in the nape of my neck and my head. And so when I was pushing on the CPR doll, it was hurting my neck and my head at the same time. Anyway, I did 30 chest compressions, 2 mouth to mouths, rescue breaths. 30 chest compressions, 2 rescue breaths. 30 chest compressions, 2 rescue breaths. And then my teacher said, oh, I'm awake now. Moved the CPR doll, she laid there again. And I sat up and I was like, don't take this weirdly, but I was sat on my knees, and as I sat back up, so coming from this position in CPR, I then went to this position to sit on the floor, and my ears filled with that much pressure from my headache and pushing on the doll that I couldn't hear. I actually couldn't hear. My teachers, when they talked to me, they were muffled. Anyway, and I was looking at my teacher and she was talking to me. I was like, are you okay? And she goes, yeah, like whispering, because she's just pretended to basically die. And I was like, I'm just going to put you in the recovery position now. And I was doing that, and I could feel myself shaking, and I was like, what is happening to me? And as I was trying to talk, I couldn't hear properly, but I could feel the vibration of my voice. So I knew that I was talking, but I couldn't properly hear myself. And it was the worst thing ever. Anyway, I did the exam still. Cut the story short, I couldn't wait for the next one, so I just went home. Did the next one the next day. And yeah, one of them I had to record like observations, do temperature, heart rate, blood pressure, all that. And I put the cuff on wrong and it inflated on the outside of the arm rather than on the inside. And as nurses do, I've been in hospital where a nurse has made a mistake and she's gone, oh, I've got to do that again, just, oh, I'm having a bad day, you know. And I said to my teacher, oh, this machine's showing me up now. So I just took it off, deflated it, waited a few minutes. I was like, you know, it tends to do this. And I just tried to make light of the moment and joke about it kind of thing, just to get through it. And I re-put it on the patient, did it, wrote it all down, took my PPE off, and I forgot to wash my hands. Ugh. I was like, I knew I should have done that. And when you turn off the tap, you're supposed to use your elbow. Did I do that? No, I didn't. But my last exam, which is in like a week's time, is the reflection task. So basically I can write down everything I've realised that I did wrong, or I realised that I forgot to do this, so if I was to do this again, I would do this, blah, blah, blah. That's basically what you've got to do. But instead of writing it down, I have to verbally communicate it. So it's another one where you have to set up a camera, record, and I have to talk to my teachers. I'm very talented at talking, if you can tell, so I think I'll do fine. I've also been going to work a lot. What happened at work? Too much stuff. We've had a lot of clients. I'm not supposed to talk about them, so I'm not going to, but let's just say they're doing well. They're not making my job hard or anything like that. In fact, I like it. I like to go to work and just chat to all of these people and tell them stories, and, you know, they tell me stuff and they're like, do everything you can when you're young. Do everything. Oh, you're young, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, oh, I didn't actually see it like that. Thanks. Going to work for me is like therapy right now. It's actually nice. Not when it's pissing down raining though, like it has for the past 2 days. That's not fun. Now that we've gone over that, let's talk about my hair. For the longest time, I've wanted pastel, purple, or lavender hair, as some would say. So I bought a bunch of bleach and I decided to bleach my hair. I just kicked my dresser. I'll insert videos of how it looked. So I was taking videos and pictures as I was going along. And basically, it didn't really work. I bought a pastel purple, but it was like an ash purple, so it was mixed with grey, which is what I wanted. I wanted an ashy lavender colour. My roots went white, and I tried to lift the colour off, and so like this section of my hair, all of this, was still like an orangey, peachy colour, and the rest was white. Or a very pale, like blonde colour. And that's what took the purple, but nothing else. So I lathered my hair with purple and it looked like I just hadn't put dye on it. I don't know what to say. I'm like purple on roots and like under my hair a little bit. So wherever my hair was white, which was basically the roots, it's gone purple, right? It took really well. But the places where the bleach didn't want to lighten my hair, they are still orange. Not bright orange. Not bright orange anymore. But like, I'm like a pastel pink mixed with blonde, and then I've got purple. Like, it hasn't worked. And I'm so... I don't know how to fix it. Because if I bleach it anymore, it might fall out. And then I'm going to have a bigger problem. I was having a crisis. Every single time I've wanted to colour my hair, and I've either bleached it or just put colour straight on, it's worked every time. I've always got what I wanted. I've always got the colour that I was going for. And this is the first time it's gone wrong, and it's the first time I've cried about my hair. Guys, I've never cried over my hair before until today. So basically it didn't work. It doesn't even look like I've put purple hair dye on, but I promise you my whole head was lathered in 2 bottles of purple hair dye, and you're telling me that's what I get? So yes, I'm very upset because my hair is drier than a nun's puss, and you're telling me I have to wait 3 months until my curls come back. And my hair's not even purple. I've got a peach going on. So the next plan of action is to just go pink, because it's going to cover it. Well, I fucking hope. It better cover it. So I'm not being a lavender hair buddy. I'm going to have to be pink. So going off of the peach colour that was at the bottom, I decided to just go pink. And never in my life have I ever wanted pink hair. Never. Because growing up, I've never been the girl to pick pink. I've never been a pink girl ever. Until about last year, I started liking pink more. And I remember telling my friends, I was like, I'm starting to like pink. And they were like, oh my god, you're healing. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't know I would like pink afterwards. But, you know, here we are. I got pink hair. So I didn't know that I would actually damage my curl pattern after bleaching my hair. But it turns out you can. You can permanently take your curl pattern out of your hair when bleaching it. So to all of the curly girlies out there, please take my advice before you decide to bleach your hair. Don't do it more than 3 times. Yes, I bleached my hair more than 3 times. Let me count. So it took two boxes to cover my hair once. So there's 1. Took another 2 boxes to cover my hair the second time. So there's 2 times. And then I did 2 more boxes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Bleached it 4 times. 2, 4, 6. There's 8 bottles of bleach. And then I bought 8 more because the bleach lifter actually comes with bleach in it. So it's a lifter, not really, you're not just bleaching your hair, you're lifting it more. But it's got bleach in it. So you had to buy the little bottles of peroxide, and then the lifter comes with the powder. So I've got 3 left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I did it 5 more times. But I think 2 covered my hair. So there's 4, 5, 6. I must have bleached my hair maybe 6 times. Potentially 7. I didn't want to do the 6-7 meme just then. Let's just say I bleached my hair 6 times overall. And I'll insert a picture actually. I pretty much had straight hair afterwards. And when I did this, so I did this and it was bouncing. Like, I'm surprised I didn't just yank it off. I'm glad my hair didn't fall out, but I lost the curl pattern for a bit. And as you can see, it's coming back. So when I went to the shop, when I realised the purple hadn't worked, I went to the shop, bought a rose-coloured pink, 2 boxes. It took both of them to cover my head, which is a first because usually it would only take 1, but now it's taking 2. I bought a new bottle of conditioner for my hair. I use the Palmer's conditioner if anyone wants any curly hair advice. And I used the Palmer's Bond Reconstructing hair mask, like the conditioner one, and I used a shampoo looking one. It was an orange pack and a green one. So yeah, and they've helped so much. I got my curls back almost instantly afterwards, and my hair got soft as well afterwards. I also bought, my mum bought it for me, scalp oil. So it's actually mint and rosemary scalp oil that I put on my scalp and like moisturizer in. What? I massage it in. I can't talk lately if you haven't noticed. I'm developing a speech impediment, I think. I put it on the ends because the ends tend to get very dry still because of how much it's gone through. I'm using mascara, but not that much because my hair will dry in an awkward position. Like, if my hair's wet, it'll be straight. If I put Scala on and try to scrunch it, it'll just dry straight and it'll actually go hard a little bit. So yeah, that's not fun. It's like when you put gel in your hair, when it dries, it's got that like crisp dry on it. That's how my hair goes sometimes. Don't recommend it. So yeah, to all the curly girlies who want to bleach your hair, do it like 2 or 3 times. If you want to go any lighter, go to like a curly hair specialist, hairdresser. So yeah, I'm very lucky that the pink covered. As you can see, the roots, like the top of my head where it was white, are more of a vibrant pink, and then the rest goes down to more of like a paler pink. So if we put it next to them, you can kind of see the shade difference there. But yeah, it's this is a new colour, guys, and I can't lie, it's really growing on me. Like, I really like it. And when I was still a bleachy blonde, I actually loved the way it looked after I'd lifted it a few times, and I wanted to stay like that, but I didn't, evidently. And I kind of regretted it at first, before I was pink. When my hair was a bleachy blonde, there's a fucking fly in my room. Get out. I've got my window open, I guess that's just flown in. But I actually cried for the first time ever doing my hair. I thought it was over. I thought I had to cut it all off. And you don't even want to know how much it cost me. Like, over 40 quid. And some people wouldn't spend that much to do their hair and have it fail. But yeah, that's it. That's what I did. I lost a piercing, but I gained a cool hair colour, and I think that's a win. I'm also going to be gaining more tattoos because I am taking my time with designing one. I'm literally trying to put one together for myself. And don't worry, I will film it when I get it. The plans still stand for summer. Very excited. We have secured an Airbnb, so my friends are coming up, and I'm very, very excited. I'm very happy. I've been planning summer outfits and like talking to my other friends about saving money and what we're gonna do. Are we gonna go to the beach, this, that? And yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I'm editing this video and I forgot to mention that I also went to see the Billie Eilish movie in 3D with my mum. So I'll like insert a photo because I think I might get copyright for a video. Loved it. It was 10 out of 10. I cried, I sang, I was happy, and then I cried again. It was all of a mixture of emotions, but I loved it, and yeah, that's all. I've also been thinking about when I got a comment about like having a braces update. My braces, I've actually been to the dentist recently. I'm getting an appointment, well, I have an appointment next week to talk to a specialist about fake teeth, because I haven't told you guys, but I have 2 baby teeth, and once they fall out I have no adult teeth to actually grow through to replace them. So once they fall out, I'm gonna have a permanent gap. So they're thinking of giving me fake teeth. They're also thinking of putting a cap on them, which basically means making it level with the other teeth because they are significantly smaller since the baby teeth. And just keeping them. If I can keep them, I'm going to keep them. So I'm going to talk to the specialist about that, and I'm also going to talk to another specialist in June. I think like the 2nd week of June. I've got another appointment with someone who's going to talk about my retainers and the journey after I get my braces taken off. So next week when I go to the dentist, I will film a little clip keep that, and then once I go again, I'll film that. And then I think either in June or the appointment after that, I should be getting the braces off. And I will bring someone with me so they can record that. Because I don't want to get the dental nurse in it just in case they don't approve or they don't give permission, you know, things like that. So yeah, I don't want to put people on the internet if they don't want to be on the internet. So yeah, that's for the people asking for a braces update. I am getting it sorted. Follow me on TikTok. I've been making those quite a bit. Are they dance videos? No, they're not dance videos. I either don't have the time or the energy to dance, okay? But trust me, in the summer, I will be. Everything's gonna happen in the summer, but I wanna make it a 2016 summer, and I have some 2016 dances that I'm gonna bring back. If my friends wanna do it with me, if not, I'll do it by myself. There you go. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that you don't actually know that I'm doing, but things like downloading stuff and putting it into my editing apps and making sure it's all there ready for when I make videos, that's what I've been doing. I've been literally scouring the internet for non-copyright sound effects from 2016. I've been practicing how to like make people's faces bigger and things like that. Yeah, just things that are gonna make my videos funny. Things other than me. Because yeah, I'm hilarious. And thank you so very much for 146 subscribers. That's amazing. We're almost at 150. We're almost halfway to 200, which is insane. I'm aiming for that YouTube play button this year. It might not happen, but we don't know. Can always manifest it. Where's my crystals? Where are they? Oh, they're all on there. Okay, never mind. I found them. They're on my window. Well, windowsill. If you want to help me get a YouTube play button, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, share my channel to anyone who you think may like my content. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for all the support and the love. Thank you for subscribing. Like I said, we're on 146 now, which is insane to me. You know, I appreciate every single one of you. And yeah, I can't wait to see how far my YouTube channel goes and where my life will take me, where my YouTube journey will go. And I'm all here for it. I really am. And I love the kind support that people are giving me on TikTok. I seem to get a lot more comments on there than I do on YouTube. Someone gave me a horrible comment on TikTok and I was at work and I seen it, deleted it and thought, you're just jealous. Don't leave hate, just be nice, that's all I'm asking. Go in the comments, be nice. Share your thoughts and ideas. If you have any recommended videos that you want to see me try and do, or video idea recommendations for the summer, leave them in the comments. I read all of them because I get like 2, but I've been getting some on YouTube, so that's nice. I aim for a bit more though. So yeah, that's all. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Oops, I just started recording.